I genuinely think that I have a 23-year-old stalker who is a male. Right now, I am an 18-year-old female at college. In a class, some random kid starts sitting next to me. I don't think much about it. It's been happening for about 4 lectures now. One lecture, he tried giving me a necklace around his neck. He kept asking me to add him on Snapchat. He even interrupted me while I was talking to the professor after class because I didn't add him. I didn't have service at the time, and he wanted to ensure that I added him. I was waiting outside the building for 25 minutes after our lecture, and the second I left, he begins walking to his car that was parked directly next to mine. I sit in the garage waiting for him to leave. He doesn't for about 15 minutes, and he comes to my car and he tried opening the locked door to talk to me. He then proceeded to follow me 15 out of my 20-minute drive home north when his Snap location says that he lives 10 minutes south of school. My professor has even created 2 meetings with him because he is concerned of the student's behavior as well. It's really unsettling. Now I'm going to tell you a story of my boyfriend's ex stalking us. I hope it gives you some options on what to do from here. My stalking situation went from the spring of 2021 until the summer of 2022, so it was a long ordeal. My boyfriend's ex stalked us for a while. It finally ended last summer after some crazy stuff went down, and we weren't even dating at the beginning. It was scary, and I'm still nervous to leave my house, because she ended up moving to my town. Before my boyfriend and I were dating, she hit me up on Twitter to let me know my boyfriend gave her HPV, and that it was pretty serious. Spoiler alert, he does not have HPV. She went so far as to tell me she was getting tested for cervical cancer regularly because of the strain. I thanked her for telling me. I wished her all the best, and I left it at that. My boyfriend and I had just gotten STD tests done about a week prior. I had my annual OB appointment, and I just made him get tested at the same time. And we were just waiting for the results when she messaged me. The test all came back negative. After I didn't get a rise out of the reaction she wanted, which was dumping him, she proceeded to spread SA accusations to mutual friends of ours. We'll call him K. They were false, and my boyfriend literally had the screenshots of her saying it wasn't SA to prove it. So we ignored all of her drama. When that didn't work, she slid into another mutual friend's Instagram DMs. That mutual friend, we'll call her M, decided to be nice. K and M are dating. M keeps this friendship secret from everyone for a few months until it slips out that she helped the ex look for the apartments in our area. I said cool, enjoy. A relationship with her means no relationship with me. I won't dictate your actions, but this is how I'm dictating mine. Our other friends supported me at the time this all went down. Everyone was aware of all the bullcrap, and I had all the receipts to prove it. During the secret friendship period for M and the ex was hitting my boyfriend up on every social media platform. She would block and unblock him weekly. She would make new Snapchat accounts, and when she'd get drunk, his phone would blow up. She'd text her from her friend's phone if she realized she was blocked. Things like, I hate you, 10 texts in a row followed by, block me, so I could black out in peace. She was posting things about us on a blog and on Instagram stories. It was startling because I literally never met her beyond 2 interactions in the Twitter DMs. My boyfriend started screenshotting everything, and once we had evidence of the harassment, we went to a cop friend of mine and asked what our options are. He said to press charges. I call her and told her that we'll press charges if she doesn't stop. So cop friend called the ex. He let her know we were not pressing charges at the time, but any future contact with either of us would lead to her arrest. We haven't heard from her since. This was April of last year. I don't know if this is where I should post this for help, but I, a 21-year-old female, have had someone added me on Snapchat multiple times a month with new accounts such as, my name, please add me back, or my name, add me urgently, etc. And at the beginning, I would add them back and tell them to F off, as they tried to extort me with no proof. Now they still continue to do so, and even found my phone number and used a text-free account to text me my full name and attempt to call me. Is there anything I could do to find out who this is? I even changed my Snapchat username in an attempt to keep them away, and it worked for a few months, but they somehow found me again. And it's hard for me to explain, but I was walking around the city alone today running errands. I was at the store, and there was this guy who smiled at me, and obviously I smiled back. And then I left the store and walked around for about 10 minutes, and the next thing I knew, that same guy is following me, and he was like, "Can we talk for a couple of minutes?" I told him no, but I was still trying to be nice about it, and then I continued walking. I have really bad anxiety, so you could imagine how hard I was shaking. And then he kept saying, "Please, could we talk?" And I knew if I didn't stop, he would follow me. I don't want to go into the details, but he asked for my Snapchat. And me being the anxiety-induced girl that I am, I just did so he could leave me alone. I panicked. I should have said I had a boyfriend, but I didn't. And now I'm scared and anxious because he found my Instagram. Yeah, and he's been sending me nonstop messages and requests, begging me to accept his friend requests. And I'm just so scared he'll be able to find me or do something. What should I do? Should I block him? What if he gets mad and comes at me? Or should I accept his message and reject him? I'm just so stupid for not just going with the "I have a boyfriend" line. I'm really freaked out. Rachel and her best friend Claire were walking home from school one day, and they were taking selfies on Snapchat and posting them onto their stories. Rachel stupidly had her Snapchat location on and forgot all about it. When Rachel and Claire went their separate ways by going to their house, Rachel got a snap from a person she didn't know, and so she blocked that person and went on with her day. Later that night, she got a snap, but with the same unknown username as before, and so she sighed, and she opened up the snap. Rachel looked at the snap in horror as she saw a picture of her house on the snap. Rachel asked the guy how in the hell did he know where she lived, and the guy responded back with, "You have your Snapchat location on, and by the way, you and your friend look very beautiful walking home from school today." Rachel's heart began to race as she turned off her Snapchat location and began texting her friend Claire about what happened. Minutes later, Rachel got a snap from the guy again, and she opened it and she screamed. The snap had him holding a gun towards Claire's head and shooting her in the skull multiple times. Rachel called the police and showed them the snap as they got to her house. They found Claire's body in the basement, and the guy was never to be seen. But what was left behind was his gun that he shot Claire with. To this day, Rachel deleted Snapchat and started to be more careful from now on.